Good morning, everybody. I would like to begin today's meeting by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathered and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to the City Planning, Economic Development and Environment Committee meeting of the 30th of October 2024, and I declare this meeting open at 9 a.m. I'd like to advise attendees in the room that this meeting is being webcast and audio recorded. I note that Councillor Jeremiah remains on statutory leave of absence following the estate of election. However, no leave of absence vote is required. And I also note that Councillor Bradley is running a bit late this morning. Okay. Confirmation of the previous committee meetings. There's a motion displayed on the screen to confirm the previous minutes. Do I have a mover for that motion? Deputy Mayor Bannon, do I have a seconder? Councillor Murphy, all those in favour? And that has been passed unanimously. Declarations of conflicts of interest. I now refer to declarations of conflict of interest. Do any councillors wish to declare a conflict of interest today? Okay, there being none, I will move on to general business. Councillors, do you have any general business for the Waste and Resource Recovery Manager, Mr. Michael Asnakar? Deputy Mayor Bannon.
Probably getting sick of these, Mr. Asnakar, but once again, you helped me out with an issue. The first time I rang you, and you probably get a be spewing when I said this to everyone, but it was on a Friday afternoon at 5:30 and he answered the phone. He was actually in Italy. And he still answered the phone. I don't know if he meant to answer the phone, but somehow from Italy he still got it sorted. And there was another thing last week where the second I called you and the guy rang me and said, mate, the bloke is a machine. So, yeah, you are tip of the sword.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Bannon. Okay, do you, Mr. Asnakar, do you have any GB for us?
No, not this morning, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Have a great day. Councillors, do we have any general business for the Development Assessment Manager, Mr. Stephen Ball? Councillor St Ledger.
Just a really quick one. I was at the Logan Village Lions Golf Day on Sunday. They came up and wanted me to let you know how great the work Simon Short done with the Lions. They had some applications in. I put them in contact with your branch, and the Mayor was there as well. They couldn't speak highly enough of the work he did. So big thank you there, mate, looking after one of our great community groups.
Thank you, Councillor St Ledger. Mr. Ball, do you have any GB for us?
Through the chair, no, I don't.
Wonderful. Now you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Okay, sorry. Mr. David Radich, the manager, isn't with us today, but I do have City Planning Program Leader, Mr. Christian Parks, with us. Do councillors have any GB for Mr. Parks? No? Mr. Parks, do you have any GB for us?
Through you, Madam Chair, no, I do not. Thank you.
Wonderful. You have a fantastic day. Thank you.
I did feel that. Thank you.
Okay, we have just one report on today's agenda. Item 6.1, City of Logan 2023-24 Investing in Nature Annual Report is a public report, and I will now refer to the Natural Environment and Sustainability Program Leader, Mr. Trevor Knappy, to please speak to the report.
Thank you, Jingari, Madam Chair, Mayor and Councillors. I greet you in Yugambeh language, which is one of our amazing traditional custodians of the land of the City of Logan, and just also pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. We're very pleased to present the Investing in Nature 2023-24 annual report, and with your indulgence, I would just like to share a few highlights out of this report. So as our wonderful network of bushland and environmental reserve grows, so does unfortunately the maintenance costs. You can see this year over 4.2 million went to maintaining those wonderful natural assets. It's incredibly exciting to see our environmental conservations program expand to over 1,000 members. So that includes our Land for Wildlife and our Habitat Connections programs, and that is supporting our amazing private landholders preserve nature on their own properties. So there's now over 6,380 properties, hectares, that is now being preserved by landholders. And if we had to maintain that, that would be almost $10 million to add onto our costs. Also, there's a range of river recovery projects outlined in the annual report. Over 30,000 native plants and trees planted along our waterways, and over 21 tonnes and 8,400 pieces of rubbish were removed from our rivers and waterways. Our environmental events and activities continue to grow, and we had a reach of over 6,000 community members taking part in those, which included LEAF, our Eco Forum, at 220 at our annual Pest Fishing Cup, and also includes events like the nighttime wildlife spotting, through to Batty Halloween, wildlife encounters and guided bushwalks. We continue to sponsor the Logan Animal Ambulance, which performed over 2,500 wildlife rescues, as well as the Resilient Rivers initiative, which is now delivering 16 kilometres of riverbank restoration along the Logan Albert rivers. Did you want to say a few words? All right, I just invite everyone to take their own time to read this annual report and have a look at the projects that have been done to protect, enhance and celebrate our natural assets. Thank you. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Kanapi. I just want to say I'd just like to congratulate the team on a great year. From someone who attends the bush care and trail care quite regularly and other environmental events, it's not just about the environment; it's about the community connection, and it's so lovely to see the friendships and that form in these groups. So I just wanted to say thank you. I have Mayor Raven, and then Councillor Jackson, and then Councillor Lane. Oh, sorry, Councillor Wilcox.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Through you, just picked up on the wildlife ambulance. 2,000 wildlife or 2,000 cats and dogs? Because I've been in the wildlife ambulance. There was very little wildlife picked up that day from vets, and a lot of cats. A lot of cats.
Through the chair, they were animal rescues.
Animal rescues, there we go. Because wildlife implies that they're native animals or wild animals at the very least. Not even wild cats, but cats that are just stray cats.
Thank you, Mayor Raven. I have Councillor Jackson, then Councillor Wilcox.
Thank you, through the chair. Thanks, great report. Loving what's been happening here. In expenditure in the colourful report, under the section of acquisition and management, the $4.6 million section, 4.2 million of it on bushland maintenance and bush care. Could you give me an idea of what sort of things are involved in that in that 4.2 million?
Certainly. So that is utilised for the maintenance of our current environmental parks, reserves and natural areas. So parks will respond to issues around that, and they also do proactive maintenance of the high priority reserves and bushland, which includes weeding, it includes maybe some infill planting and management of those current reserve stock. And bush care and trail care is run through Parks Branch as well, and they provide, I think there is now over 220 volunteers on that program, and I believe there's 9 active bush care groups around the city and trail care groups.
Thanks for that. Yeah, 4.2 million sounds like a lot, so I'm thinking there's probably some infrastructure stuff in there as well as there. Like, do the trails need maintaining, construction sort of stuff in there?
Trails need maintaining, there is bushfire backburning done, and general maintenance of the bushland. There is, on that same line, the 90,000, which is the capital works relating to signage and park infrastructure.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Jackson. I have Councillor Wilcox.
Thank you, through the chair. Thank you. I love this program for the fact that I have so many of it. Community engagement in Division 11, I think it's wonderful. So thank you very much. Quick question on the animal ambulance though. Who owns that? Is that owned by RSPCA?
The ambulance is owned by RSPCA, yes.
So, do we know what's going to happen? Because I believe RSPCA at Wacol aren't going to be doing the emergency services for much longer, and it's going to switch over to somewhere in Redlands. Do we know what's going to happen with that in the future?
The RSPCA have assured us that the current standard of service will be provided, so that ambulance will continue to operate. But yes, the majority of rescues will go to the Redland Hospital once it's up and running and operational. They will still maintain a facility at Wacol as a triage type facility. Lovely,
thank you so much. I can let the resident know that asked me on the weekend. Thank you.
Thank Thank you, Councillor Wilcox. No further questions. We have a motion on the screen. Do I have a move for the motion? Councillor Murphy. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Wilcox. All those in favour? It has been carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. Do we have any general business for the Health, Climate and Conservation Manager, Mr. Brett Espenson? No. Mr. Espenson, do you have any GB for us?
Through the chair, no, I do not.
Oh, wonderful. You can both go back to your day. Thank you. All right, that concludes the... Oh, sorry. Yep, Councillor Bradley.
Has general business happened for the planning section in
It has,
council?
yeah.
Can I ask the director
Yes, certainly.
a question?
Absolutely, that was my next question, yep. Certainly you go.
Oh,
No, that's okay, you're right, Councillor Bradley, yep.
I'm just curious how the planning scheme is looking for consultations. Still, where is it sitting at the moment?
Through the chair, thanks for the question. So the impact of the change of government will be significant, I think, on the program. So we are waiting to see. We didn't actually get through our first state interest check before the election. So we'll be bringing a report back to the next committee, which talks about the full impact of that. But we're still hopeful of getting out on public notification next year. But that still relies on resolving a number of issues with the state government around our scheme.
And what are you able to say? What issues?
I think they've been disclosed in a previous report. There was about 130 issues raised across a number of themes. A lot of them are low-level administrative things. Some of them relate to our biodiversity layers, which we're working through mapping differences of opinion. So a range of technical matters, and there are some policy alignment issues with the regional plan that came out recently. So we'll be putting those decisions in front of council in December round of committee.
Oh, okay.
Because we need some direction as to whether we do align with what that regional plan asks us to do, or whether we continue to sort of litigate other ways.
And sorry if I may continue. And is it likely those sort of questions and decisions possibly change, or issues possibly change with the change of government?
Possible, yeah. I wouldn't say that it's not out of the realms of possibility that there'll be a new position taken by a new government.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bradley. Does anyone else have any GB for the director? No? Okay. Well, there being none, I declare the City Planning, Economic Development Environment meeting of the 30th of October 2024 concluded at 9:12, and the City Lifestyle Committee will begin in 10 minutes at 9:22. Thank you.